Talladega Super Speedway in Talladega, Alabama is the home to stop number 10 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. As we are here today for the always exciting Winston 500, as we are set for 29 laps of action on this 2.66 mile racetrack. You want high-speed excitement? You got it today at Talladega Super Speedway. You want door handle to door handle, bumper to bumper racing? You got it today. And here's the starting line for this race here. On the pole at 186 miles per hour is Matt McIntyre. His qualifying fortune is finally returning around, I guess, here in the number 10 Valvoline Pontiac. He's alongside car 21. It is Roberto Crown Jr. on the outside. Second row, car number 22, Dylan Poteet in the Caterpillar Dodge. He won in Atlanta this season. He's alongside Cole Dearborn, and you know he'd love to get a win at Talladega himself. That number 3, Goodwrench Chevrolet. Fourth row has car number 11, Cement Oscon. His best start this season, actually his second best start this season. He started on the outside pole at Atlanta, the FedEx Express Chevrolet, car number 11. He's alongside car number 43. It's Mike Becker in the Cheerios Dodge. Going to row number 4, we see car number 48, the Lowe's Chevrolet. It is Paul Minnick. He's alongside John Andrews in car 16. Going to row number 5, it's number 6, Ryan George, and number 42, Kyle Matthews. Next row down, driving the Pepsi colors for this race here today, it is Charles Sanford. Driving car number 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. The DuPont Pepsi Chevrolet, I should say. He's alongside car number 19, it's Ryan Brommer at the wheel of his Dodge dealer's Dodge. Next row down has car number 45, Christian Vargas, and number 55, Quentin Moore. Next row down, number 28 is Kat Batson, and beside her, number 32, it is Zachary Fitzwater. Next row down has number 25. It's James Henry at the wheel of his Michael Holligan Chevrolet. And number 4, William Brock, who won at Bristol this season. Next row down, number 38, it is Laura Chung, and number 44, Tito McCoy. Next row down, number 33, it is Daniel Bouchard. He's alongside car number 1, that is Clint Buchanan. Next row down, number 2, Dylan Young at the wheel of the Miller Lite Dodge. He's alongside number 12, his teammate Zach Winkle. Next row down has number 41, number 41, Wes McCoy, and number 15, Allison Rain. Next row down, number 29, number 29, it is Ryan Butcher, and number 5, Seth Cole, who won at Richmond. Next row down, Joshua Osborne in 20, and 97, Jesse Turner, who won the last race in the Tour at Martinsville Speedway. He's alongside, or I should say he's on the outside of that road. Next row down has number 99, Levi McIntyre, and 88, Keith Batson. Next row, number 71, Gabby Conklin, and number 7, that is Alexander Rowe. Next row down has number 40, the Ragin' Cajun, Phil Parker, and number 17, the Daytona 500 champion, Jessica Shelton. Next row down has number 31, James Sykes, and number 8, Amanda Evans. And starting shotgun, Trent Dunham in number 26, and Nathan Orman, who won at Rockingham this season, in number 18, starts shotgun in the field here at Talladega for the Winston 500. As we mentioned, 29 laps of racing here today, 40 cars all in search of one common goal, victory here today on this racetrack. And a track like Talladega, anything can happen, and usually does, and it's always a crapshoot on these plate tracks. Hey, look what happened at Daytona, right? And the one thing you'll probably always notice here when these engines start up, though, is you always notice a different plate. You always notice a different engine note on these plate tracks here, as we always do at Daytona and Talladega. And you'll listen to them as the cars roll off of pit road. Speaking of which, here comes the command to fire the engines here for today at Talladega.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Command given to fire the engines as the pace car leads the field off of the pit road for the pace up. We'll be back for the start of the race. Right after this is the Pontiac and the Ford leading them off for the green flag here at Talladega. And we have got the outside pole sitter Roberto Crown Jr. already is on the apron of the track, as is the number 4 car William Brock, also on the apron of the track. So it looks like those two cars are not going to see the green flag here, as the pace car will duck off on the pit road, and he'll duck off right in front of the 21 car of Roberto Crown Jr. and the 4 car of William Brock. So they'll come on the pit road to see what the problem is on those two machines. Start finish line would be right about here if this was Daytona, but it's not. It is at the exit of pit road. So you have quite a bit of ways to go before you get to the start finish line on this track here at Talladega Super Speedway. Matt McIntyre and Cole Deaver leads them down. Green flag out and boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. Into high gear they go. Down the backstretch here. Speed increasing to over 180 miles an hour here at this point of the track here. Matt McIntyre leads him down. Here comes Cement Oscon. He's not yet led this season. Here he comes into turn number 3 now. Can he take the lead on the first lap? Well, we'll find out here as they're about to come off turn number 4 right now. And Matt McIntyre is going to hold on to the top spot for the time being. And there they go, and they're starting to fan out 3 wide, in some cases 4 wide racing you'll see here at Talladega. And they are 4 wide for second place. Here comes Christian Vargas to the low side. Matt McIntyre leads his first lap of the race here. First lap tied at 176.97 miles per hour. But don't get used to this pace, because it'll be over 200. You'll see speeds of well over 190 miles per hour. Kat Batson to the low side, looking to take the lead on the second lap of this race here. She's got Laura Chung behind her, Weston McCoy in the 41, and the 29 of Ryan Butcher. Excuse me. And you remember it was Butcher and Vargas who won the Gatorade Twin 125s at Daytona, part of Speed Weeks, leading up to the Daytona 500. And those two pulled off surprising victories in that race here. And they're 3 wide for the number 1 spot. I think it's going to be Butcher leading this lap. Yes, it will be. It will be Ryan Butcher leading lap number 2. Second lap for the leader, 194.71 miles per hour. So see what I mean about the don't get used to that 170 mile an hour pace on the first lap? Yeah. And drafting is everything at Talladega, not to mention also when to make your move at the right time in the right place to go for the win. That's basically the main keys you're going to have here today at Talladega. Levi McIntyre, car number 99, out in front now, and here comes number 71, Gabby Conklin to the low side. That's one of Quentin Moore's drivers. And another one of the Q-Man's drivers, that's number 31, James Huxton, in a Singular Wireless Chevrolet. Started his race, I believe, in about 37th or 38th, and he's already up to the top 5. That's what you get on the plate track, however, though, because you'll see cars move up really quick on a track like this. So if you start dead last, that don't mean anything. 3 wide here between Nathan Orman, Jessica Shelton, and Levi McIntyre's Gabby Conklin leads now. Here comes Orman. He's got Trent Dunham behind him in 26, the Crown Royal Ford. And Dunham is a former Winston 500 winner himself back in season 8. And here comes TD, the Texas Terror, coming to the inside here. Conklin leads that lap as they go through turns number 1 and 2 now. So 4 laps in the books. Just an explosive start to this Winston 500 at Talladega. 3 wide, about 10th place on back. And here comes Jesse Turner looking for 2 wins in a row here this season in number 97. He won at Martinsville, the last race on the tour. But nope, here comes Kyle Matthews in number 42, the Haviland Dodge. Kyle, by virtue of winning 3 championships, is already locked into the All-Star race, so he's trying to, nonetheless, still trying to get his first victory of the season. Though he's run good. He almost got a win at Bristol a few races ago, but got past with about 5 or 6 laps remaining in that race and gave the lead and the win to William Brock in a classic battle in that race here that unfortunately for Bristol ended under caution. And now Matthews, who led that lap here. Here comes Allison on the road. Nope, here comes Clint Buchanan in number 1. He's going to make a 3 wide for the lead here. And here comes number 15, Allison Rain, to the low side in an Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. The 4 and the 21 cars are both back on the racetrack right now. Both William Brock and not Gabby Conklin, but Roberto Crown Jr. And they're both going to need a caution flag, obviously, too. They are both 25 seconds back in the leader. About a half a lap here at Talladega. Let's see what the margin is this time from 39 from first to those two cars. And that margin is going to be and they dropped about 2 seconds a lap there. There's still 21 in the 4 cars. Both the cars that had to come down pit road. A shame for Roberto Crown Jr. because he started this race second. Or was to have started second, I should say, before his car failed to fire, and they're both 28 seconds. They're both 28 seconds back in the leader. But they're probably going to drop a little bit more now this time by, as Seth Cole takes the lead now over Allison Rain and Tito McCoy, the 44 car, up to the third position now, and then now make that second now as they come off turn number 2. Poteet to the low side. Poteet, another former winner here at Talladega himself. And here comes another Dylan. Dylan Young to the left side. Both of them driving Dodges this season, and both of them with 2s on the car. And both have won this season, as we mentioned. Dylan Young, the only 2-time winner this season so far. He won at Darlington and North Wilkesboro. And Ryan George, who had that heartbreaker at Texas. He's at the 4th position right now. And here comes number 19, Ryan Brommer, the Dodge dealer's Dodge to the low side. That's the Casey Atwood car, not the Jeremy Mayfield car, by the way, from 2001. First to 10th is separated by less than a third of a second. And see what the margin is from the end of the field. The margin from first to the tail end of this pack, 1.27 seconds, and that is you talk about hair raising here at Talladega for sure. This track will make your hair stand up on the back of your neck, and you know, find excitement, and not to mention a few times of getting the heck scared out of you. That's all part of racing here on this racetrack here today on the world's fastest plate track at Talladega. And you want a ride around this track here? Take a ride with Seth Cole. Seth was clocked 15th the last time by, and there's the RPMs they're turning here. Very high for Talladega, about 8,400 RPMs around this track. Seth, who won the season at Richmond, looking pretty good in the points chase right now. They come off to number 4. There's the in-car camera from Levi McIntyre's point of view. He and Seth, both of them have in-car cameras in today's race. Charles Sanford led the last time by, and this time by it's Joshua Osborne who led the last time this time by. And McIntyre will push the other McIntyre, Matt, to the top spot. So we got the McIntyres 1-2 right now. As we mentioned, no relation to each other at this point here. As we mentioned, no relation to each other. But they live in, it seems how they live in different states. So Matt from Arizona and Levi from Ohio. But here comes another tough one to the inside for the second position. Trent Dunham, as he took second from Cole Deaver, who gets stuck in the middle now between he, Wes McCoy, and several others. And here comes Jesse Turner to the left side. He's going to try to he tries to crowd Gabby Conklin to the left side, but Gabby now gets pushed up high by Laura Chung in the 38 car. 11 laps in the books, and down to 18 laps of racing left to go. As we mentioned, don't pencil in your winners yet because this race is just starting. Jesse Turner goes to the top spot, but here comes Laura Chung to the low side. Turner throws the block on her. Tell you what, this is plate racing at its best in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And as we mentioned, we advertised this is going to be the always exciting Winston 500. Well, we're not lying right now because this race is really, as we mentioned, just starting though, but it's getting good already here. Turner is your leader. Second position is Laura Chung. Jessica Shelton up to third position. Fourth is Christian Vargas, and fifth is Zachary Fitzwater. But that's going to change probably down the backstretch now because Chung goes to the inside to try to go for the lead. But here comes Christian Vargas, number 45, the Sprint PCS Dodge. And let's remember, Christian had a fourth place finish in the Daytona 500 this season. His best finish, I believe, this season so far. So we know the petty teams. So we know Christian's team's got a good plate package under the hood. And here comes 4 wide for the lead. Here comes Keith Batson like a bat out of you-know-where. And he'll take the lead on this lap. Another 4 wide for second position because here comes Amanda Evans in the 8 car in number 12. That's Zach Winkle in the Altel Dodge. And down the low side comes Winkle, and he'll move to the inside. Zach Winkle goes to the top spot. Now he has a plate winner in this series. In this series, that came in the Daytona 500 last season. He drove the number 40 Kendall Motorola Pontiac in that season. Down the low side, here comes Poteet. Here comes Brommer. It's going to go 4 wide for the lead now. Boy, imagine if we see 4 wide for the win here at this track. That would be absolutely just absolutely insanity here. Check the fast lap of the race so far. It's set by Ryan George, 196.246 miles an hour. In fact, top 10 laps all over 196 miles an hour, including the leader Ryan Brommer. They're averaging 192.5 miles an hour. And they come by to complete the 15th lap, so we'll be halfway home. 15 down and 14 to go. And caution free so far, Talladega. Knock on wood right now as they come there, because we see, as we have a lot of times I've seen a caution flag happen on this track. We saw a couple of them at Daytona though, so I wouldn't count out a realm of a caution happening. Especially not with the way they're running right now. And here comes Daniel Bouchard, who at Martinsville had a top 10 run going, only to have a header failure happen to him and finish last in the race. Bouchard looking to turn his fortunes around. Bouchard finished number 5 in the points last season, and in fact his first win came right here at Talladega during the Die Hard 500 a few seasons back. I think it was the 25th. I think it was season 25 when that happened. I think when that happened, Bouchard has since become one of the top drivers in this series. And here comes one trying to climb the ladder to the way to the top of himself. Cement Ozcon goes to the top spot now, number 11. The first time if he can hold on this lap, if he hold on and get back to the start-finish line first, he'll lead his first lap of the season. But that looks like it's not going to happen because here comes number 10, Matt McIntyre to the low side. He's got number 48, Paul Minnick. To the low side, another petty car, Mike Becker, the Cheerios Betty Crocker Dodge. And now Minnick goes to the low side. Nope, here comes Becker. And Mike Becker's another former Talladega winner himself in that number 43 car. And boy, who's going to leave that lap between the 43 and the 10 car? It looked like the 43 did. Yet by just about 100 of a second. But here comes Osborne, 3 wide for the lead. Daggum! This looks like the start of the Indianapolis 500, guys. They're 3 abreast. About, I think, 5, 6, 7 rows deep. Probably now they're going to be 4 wide into turn number 3 now. Here comes Dunham He, Andrews, Minnick, and Matt McIntyre, and they're going to catch up the number 4 car of William Brock and the 21 of Roberto Crown Jr. And Osborne's got the help in the 3 car of Cole Deaver, but now here comes Deaver to the low side. And he's going to take the lead. Again, the 4 and the 21 cars are the last cars on the lead lap, though. But I don't think that's going to be for long now, because here comes Deaver to the left side. He'll get the help from, well, I thought he was going to get help from Trent Dunham, but that does not appear to be the case. And now you got the Goodwrench cars. Well, he was going to have the Goodwrench cars in the top 2 spots, but here Alexander Rowe spoiled that for him to the low side. And now Rowe goes to second place down the number 7 car. Alexander Rowe way down the stands. I think he's 38th in the points coming into this race, so that'd be a huge pick me up if he gets his first career victory on this track. Through turns 1 and 2, get ready for 10 laps to go. 19 down and 10 to go. Working on lap number 20 right now. Parker to the low side. Nope, here comes Shelton, number 17 to the low side. We saw how strong of a car she had at Daytona when she won the 500. And Talladega is the only one left on her bucket list as far as the track she wants to win at. Actually, Talladega. Actually, I think she's. Well, Talladega is one of the tracks she has on her bucket list here. She doesn't lead that lap. Seth Cole took that from her here as they go to turns number 1 and 2. But Talladega and Charlotte's the only 2 tracks that Shelton's got on her bucket list on one she needs to win at. Down the backstretch they come. Here comes Kyle Matthews. Nope. Here comes Gabby Conklin. Is she gonna make it 4 wide for second? She does, but makes it 3 wide for the lead. She's gonna take it. Gabby Conklin, number 71. The Dave Marcus cars goes to the top spot now. And off to number 4 they come, and now they're going to strewn all. They are strewn all over the track here, because here comes Orman to the low side, Allison Rain, Quentin Moore, and Jesse Turner and Fitzwater. Boy, everybody's getting into it now. And they are cranking them up 195 miles an hour plus. Fitzwater down the low side, car number 32. Tide Pontiac looking to take third position away from Quentin Moore. Nathan Ormond goes to the top spot now, number 18. He won at Rockingham, and he also is another one trying to go for his second victory of the season. And here comes Wes McCoy. Can he pull off an upset? Talladega has been known for some upset winners in this series, though. And we've seen upset winners, as we mentioned before here. We saw, I was trying to think, we've seen Mike. But anyway, guys like Wes McCoy looking to get his first career victory of the season, and that's Tito McCoy, number 44, excuse me, not Wes. But Daniel Bouchard got his first career victory on this racetrack here in this series a few seasons back. Guys like Ryan Brommer could pull it off. James Sykes could pull it off. You never know till the very end. And here comes Charles Samper way on the left side here. He's taking the 24 to victory lane before this track. Samper driving the Pepsi colors for this race here at Talladega. And he'll have the Pepsi scheme. He'll have another Pepsi scheme when we get to the Daytona for the Pepsi 400. Off the second turn, here comes number 31. That is James Sykes to the left side. Nope, here comes Keith Batson. He's going to make it 3 wide on the backstretch here. Levi McIntyre is going to shove him. Oh, we got problems on turns number 3 and 4. Cole Deaver's crashed. Here's Hank Matthews. Oscon's in it. And several other cars, a couple of cars that are dipping the grass here as they race back to the start-finish line here. Oh my gosh, Cement Oscon, his car's damaged up here. Paul Minnick, I think he might be in it. Oh, there's Matthews, number 42. Hood crumpled up on the number 42 machine. Cole Deaver, and oh man, that was, like I said, a track he wanted to win at so badly, and he gets his hopes dashed. And that completed lap number 24, so we may have a one-lap dash at Talladega, possibly. But caution number 1 happens with 6 laps remaining in this race. Take a look at what caused the yellow flag to fly here. Deaver got punched put onto the high side by the 40 car of Phil Parker. He moves down the racetrack, down in front of the 4 car of a lap car of William Brock. And Trent Dunham got a piece of it. Here comes, oh my gosh, there's the 11 of Oscon. His car bouncing like a bucking horse there. Deaver's car up on 2 wheels there. Matthews had nowhere to go but right into the 30 car. And that was a heartbreaker for that number for that machine. And nobody else looks like involved in that whole deal. You see the 26 of Trent Dunham and the 21 of Roberto Crown Jr. both kind of mowing the grass here at Talladega at over about 140 miles an hour. And Matthews coming down pit road. He was 29th. He was clocked 29th when this happened as well too. On board Kyle Matthews' car. He heard Kyle slowing the car down to about 65 miles an hour, which is the pit road speed limit here today at Talladega. And unfortunately for Kyle, his day is over here in this Winston 500. Cole Deaver, and Cement Oscon, the 3 cars out of this race here. 2 cars again a lap down. That's William Brock and Roberto Crown Jr. So 37 cars remain in this race, and 35 of them on the lead lap there. As Keith Batson is your leader. Will he hold on? We'll find out when we go back for the green. Well, the pace car lights are off, and just like we had at Daytona and the Daytona 500, we're gonna have a 1-lap dash to the checkered flag at Talladega. So get ready and hold on, and so fasten your seatbelts, get ready, and get ready, sit down, shut up, and hang on is what we're gonna say here. It is because this could get plenty wild. So reset the field for you. Up front is Keith Batson. Can he get his first victory of the season? We'll find out here. Alexander Rowe. He's trying to punch his ticket into the All-Stars. He's not qualified for the All-Stars in at 7 car. Could he get his first victory in this series here? Levi McIntyre. He's already punched it. He's already into the All-Stars by virtue of being a season winner, or past series champion, I should say. But he's trying to get his first victory of the season. Matt McIntyre, he's in 4th position. 5th is James Sykes. 6th is Ryan Butcher. 7th is Wes McCoy. 8th is Charles Sanford. 9th is Cat Batson. 10th is Daniel Bouchard. 11th is Ryan Bromberg. 12th is Ryan George. 13th is Zachary Fitzwater. Tito McCoy is 14th. 15th is Joshua Osborne. Dylan Poteet 16th. Jesse Turner 17th. 18th Phil Parker. 19th Laura Chung. Nathan Ormond is 20th. And Allison Rain, Christian Vargas, James Henry, Quentin Moore, Gabby Conklin, Amanda Evans, Mike Becker, Dylan Young, John Andrews, and Clint Buchanan rounds out the top 30. So which one will taste victory here today in the Winston 500? Pace car is on pit road, and there's your field. You paid your money, now take your choice. Who do you think's going to win the Winston 500? As the green and white flags will both wave one lap to settle it all out here. And let the shuffle begin here at Talladega. Here we go. Keith Batson, can he hold him off for his first victory of the season? Here comes on a 7 car. Allison Rowe gets a good start right here. He moves to the outside and takes the lead for the time being. Here they come into turn number 1. Alexander Rowe trying to pull a fast one on Batson, but here they come off turn number 2 now. Here comes Matt McIntyre's going to make this. It's going to move to the inside. James Sykes is down there. Wes McCoy, the 41 car. The Target Dodge. Batson driving for all he's worth. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. They are 4 wide for position. Here comes James Sykes at number 31. Here they come off the 4th turn. The race is just now starting at this point. Here comes 31 of Sykes, the 4 of Wes McCoy. Batson's going to block them all out as they come to start-finish line. And your 9th different winner of the season, Keith Batson, wins the Winston 500 at Talladega. What a finish here. Batson drove his heart out. The man from the state of Maine gets his first victory of the season as he takes the Dale Jarrett colors the victory lane here today. But boy, what a fight. Everyone gave him. Daniel Bouchard came out of nowhere to finish 2nd. 3rd will go to Wes McCoy. 4th to Ryan George. 5th to James Sykes. 6th place will go to Matt Mack. 6th place will go to Tito McCoy. 7th to Matt McIntyre. 8th to Cat Batson. Joshua Osborne 9th, and 10th will go to Alexander Rowe, who almost made that move work on the outside, but got caught on the outside. Could not get a run off turn number 2 like he wanted. And boy, Batson, he had to scrap like a badger to win that one. That was some kind of race here. Average speed 158.209, and oh my gosh, I'm going to need to catch my breath before we get to Sonoma. That is good stuff. That was good stuff. So 10 races in the books and 9 different winners. You talk about parity in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Well, we got it. We had 19 different winners last season, so if this keeps up, we may break that mark. Possibly. Well, you never know sometimes. Whew. But boy, just tremendous racing here today. 11th will go to Ryan Brommer. Solid day for that number 19 team. Dylan Poteet comes home 12th. Charles Sanford 13th. Ryan Butcher 14th. 15th will go to Zachary Fitzwater. Nathan Orman 16th. Levi McIntyre 17th. Phil Parker 18th. Allison Rain 19th. And Jesse Turner comes home in 20th. James Henry 21st. Laura Chung 22nd. 23rd will go to Christian Vargas. Gabby Conklin 24th. Quentin Moore, 25th. Mike Becker, 26th. 27th will go to Amanda Evans. 28th will go to Dylan Young. Clint Buchanan, 29th. And John Andrews ends up 30th. Jessica Shelton, 31st. 32nd will go to Seth Cole. Paul Minnick, 33rd, excuse me. Zach Winkle, 34th. Trent Dunham finishes the last car on the lead lap in 35th position. And again, William Brock, 36th, and Roberto Crown Jr., 37th. Both those cars finished a lap down. And, of course, out of the race, Cole Deaver, Cement Oscon, and Kyle Matthews, the only 3 cars out of the race here in the Winston 500. 1 caution flag. It set up a 1-lap dash of checkers, and a big win for Keith Batson as here, march of victory in this race, 77 thousandths of a second. Boy. Like we said, this race usually never disappoints, and I don't think it did here this season as well, too. At least we got a green flag finish out of that one, too. But boy. So if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got in our races, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, which is also on this channel as well, too. It's the main series on the NNSCRA. And Season 5 of his series is underway. And if you still want in on future seasons for Seth's Duracell Cup Series, then please get with Seth, and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline series. Those channels being X86753985AX for that's Dylan Young's channel. He's got and subscribe to his channel for some cool stuff, including his NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup series. And also be sure to check out and subscribe to Thrash Maniac 99 for some cool stuff as well too. And he's the guy who does the NNSCRA's Marvel Studios Cup series. So be sure to check those 2 channels out and subscribe to those 2, as well as this channel as well too, for some great NNSCRA stuff. So that will do it here today at Talladega Super Speedway. Congratulations once again to Keith Batson, the winner of the Winston 500. But now this is James Colson, the production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Sonoma, California for the Fram Model Light 300.